Hi there. Welcome to edition number 19 of For the Love of Bob. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank everybody for who's subscribed to this YouTube channel and has enjoyed the music of Bob Dylan that I've been putting out over the last 19 weeks. Yeah, there you go. I also want to, thank you that we've reached well over 1,000 views on the series, and it's been fun. I really enjoy going through the catalog and sometimes discovering songs that I haven't heard in a long time or haven't listened to. Today is one of those songs. This is off the one of the early Bob Dylan albums from 1964. This one's from The Times Are Changing. And this song is based on real life events that happened in 1963 in Baltimore, Maryland, that Bob wrote a song about called the Lonesome Death of Hattie Carroll. It's a statement on the and an account of a racist event that happened in segregated Maryland in 1963, and the death of a 51-year-old black woman who was working at a restaurant. And it talks about the lack of justice, the different types of justice that they have for wealthy people and for poor people that still exists today. We still have a great divide in the judicial system as far as what people get punished for, who gets punished, and the sentences, and what that sentence entails, and the punishment and all that. The sentence that was eventually handed down to the person, William Zatzinger, who murdered this woman. The sentence was handed down the same day that Martin Luther King delivered his "I Have a Dream" speech, which was just a coincidence, but interesting nonetheless. So this would be a return to a political song. The last one I did was Political World. Some of the covers of this song are Judy Collins has covered this song. Steve Howe covered it. Country Joe McDonald. I think my two favorite covers of this song were done by Christy Moore. His version is just, it's so passionate and so amazing. The guy can deliver a story like nobody's business. So please do check out Christy Moore's version of this song. I also discovered an artist from Africa called Zem, and she is an African harpist. And she does a very, very moving version of this song as well. So there are some great versions out there to check out. Caged Elephant also did a version of this as well. So this is my version of it. Hopefully I don't mess it up. From 1964. The Lonesome Death of Hattie Carroll. William Zatzinger killed poor Hattie Carroll with a cane that he twirled around his diamond finger at a Baltimore hotel, high society gathering The cops were called in and they took his weapon from him and rode him in custody down to the station and booked Williams and Zinger for first-degree murder. But you philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears. Take that rag away from your face. Now's not the time for your tears. Williams and Zinger, who had 24 years, owned a tobacco farm and 600 acres, with rich, wealthy parents who provide and protect him, and high office relations in the politics of Maryland, reacted to his deed with a shrug of their shoulders and swear words and sneering, and his tongue it was snarling, and in a matter of minutes was on bail and out walking. And you philosophize disgrace and criticize our fears. Take that rag away from your face. Now's not the time for your tears. Hattie Carroll was a maid in the kitchen, 51 years old, and gave birth to 10 children who carried the dishes and took out the garbage, and never sat once at the head of the table, and never even talked to the people at the table. Just cleaned up all of the food from the table, yeah, and emptied the ashtrays on a whole other level. Got killed by a blow, laid slain by a cane, sailed through the air and came down through the room, doomed and determined to destroy all that's gentle. And she never done nothing to Williams and Zinger. And you philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears. Take that rag away from your face. Now's not the time for your tears. Courtroom of honor, the judge pounded his gavel to show that all's equal and the courts are on the level, and the strings in the books ain't pulled and persuaded, and even the nobles get properly handled once that the cops have chased after and caught 'em, and the ladder of the law has no top and no bottom. Stared at the person who killed for no reason, who happened to be feeling that way without warning, and he spoke through his cloak, most deep and distinguished, and handed out strongly for penalty and repentance. Williams and Zinger, a 6-month sentence. Oh, but you philosophize disgrace and criticize all fears. Bury that rag deep in your face. Now is the time for your tears. And there we are, the lonesome death of Hattie Carroll from 1964. It's the times they are a-changin'. And I hope you enjoyed that. I do really highly recommend you go check out Christy Moore and Zem. Zem's version is just sweet, and Christy Moore's is just over the top. Like, he's just an amazing singer-songwriter. My name is Kent MacMillan. Thanks once again for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And we'll be back at you next week with episode number 20 on For the Love of Bob here on YouTube. And I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.